Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for having me today. We are here at Trinity United Methodist Church in Madison, and I am joined by my friend Rock. And can you introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Rock, and I'm serving Trinity United Methodist Church and the Korean congregation as well in the same building.
Yes, I forgot that. I'm sorry. There are two congregations in this building. Full disclosure, I once served Trinity, so that's why my brain's there. But Rock is serving both congregations.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about the congregations?
Well, the both congregations?
Yeah, tell me about KUMC, because that's one we're really here to talk about.
Okay, yeah, KUMC is mostly the college students from the United, no, not United, but UW Madison. And they are very active, and they are very young, and they are really seeking to the God.
Yeah. So the reason we're here today is we are in this specific place,
Yep.
surrounded by lots of books. And if you were to zoom in, you'd see that they are all in Korean. Can you tell me about this library?
Well, this library is actually established previous pastor Han, and he made it with some donations, and he also donated, I think. And this is purpose for serving Korean congregation and the Korean community in Madison area. There's, I think it's more than 2,000 Korean people live in Madison area, and there is nothing you can find the Korean books in Wisconsin, I guess.
So this is like in the state. People come
Yeah.
beyond just Madison, but other places
Yep.
will come here.
Yeah, and also any people want to know the Korean or want to read the Korean books are welcome.
So why does a church have a Korean library? Why is that important?
It's a sort of mission that we want to reach to the people, especially little young people, because there's a graduate student who has babies or the kids. So we do have lots of like 500, maybe around 10. Around 1,000.
A lot.
Yeah, a lot kids books here, and also we do have sort of novels and also the faith, about the Christian faith as well. So lots of books for the learning Korean, also for entertainment or teaching, Korean.
Yeah. And so I think that's so important to have that space especially when you're abroad, maybe missing home, to have that space to come and read something in your own language. Or I served a Spanish speaking congregation at one point, and we talked a lot about the importance with children to say, we want you to speak English because we live in an English speaking country. And also we want you to speak, there it was Spanish, for you it's Korean. But also to be able to speak about your faith in Korean and speak about faith in multiple languages, which is maybe not something you would get in a traditional, if you were to take a Korean class, right?
Yeah, true.
So tell me a little bit about your vision of how you would love to see the space used.
This space, I really want to, this space is for many of Korean, especially young people, and also elderly people as well, because Korean congregation has some elder people in here, and they are retired and they just stay at home, especially during the winter of Wisconsin. There's nothing you can do, and if you are already over 80 or 90, driving is so hard, and they usually stay at home, and reading book is their only can do.
Yeah.
And so I really want to give an opportunity they can get a books and then reading something, especially rather than watching YouTube or Netflix.
Something a little more brain stimulating. I also think about community, right? And so, yes, it's a library. Yes, sometimes we think about books as more solo activities, but also just the fact that this can be a community gathering space.
Yeah.
I know when I was the English speaking pastor here, there would be days that I would walk in and the entire hallway would be filled with children because families could come and meet other Korean families and have story times and do that gathering.
Yeah.
And so I think that's one of the things like a library is a physical space, but it's also a community around it.
That's true. So I'm planning on to having a story time once a week or twice a week. We didn't really plan for that dates, but yeah, we are planning for that, having a story time for kids. And you can get an English book as many as you can, because Madison area there's really bunch of public libraries.
Yeah.
And even Middleton as well, but
having that space to gather in Korean and converse with people and have your children hear that language as well is so important.
Very true.
So tell me a story of when God has shown up.
Well, we do have lots of books, but these two books, if you are a Korean speaker, you could understand what these books means. This book
I guess baby. I see a baby.
Yeah.
My Korean is very bad.
This is for baby food. How to make a baby food, recipe for the baby food. And this is for emergency situation when your baby is sick or your child. So I recently, have a daughter, and she turns just 7 months now, and these two books really helped me to figure out how can prepare the baby food, and what should I do when she was crying or she was sick. And the books are very helpful, and just having these books is like comfort my heart. And I know even I didn't need this, but having the book has always I can get the help from the books. So probably these books were here for several years, maybe probably before I came here. And this book probably helped many mothers and fathers. So it was kind of God's plan for a graduate student who has baby with them and who didn't know how to handle the babies when they're crying or how to make the baby food, like Korean baby food.
Yeah, that's different, I'm sure, than American baby food.
Yeah.
Well, and just that, I love what you said about that community, right? You, as a dad, found this really helpful, but like you kind of named, there were other people who probably used this book before you.
Yeah.
And one of the things I love about church and about gathered faith community is this idea that we're not alone. And so, like, these books have been touched by other people, other community, and prayed over and spent time together. And so you're not alone in that. So if people wanted to learn more, what should they do?
Yeah, you can reach out to the Korean congregation in Madison, Korean United Methodist Church, or by email, by website, or should I tell my phone number? Yeah.
Well, if you look up, we can drop in the comments too of like a link to the website, and just stop on by or set up a time.
Yeah.
Don't just stop by. Set up a time with Pastor Rock so we know that the door is open, and stop on by and come visit. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.